Welcome back to A Talk in Depth. Today I'm going to be talking about Baby Driver. So basically, Baby Driver is about a guy named Baby. That's weird. I wonder if the title and his name have anything to do with each other. But yeah, Baby Driver is about a dude named Baby, and so he has tinnitus. And that's basically when there's a ringing in your ear. Like something's been broken in your ear, and so it's constantly like you're constantly hearing this ringing sound. And so he listens to music all the time to kill the ringing sound. And so he uses this music to help him because he is like a heist driver. He's the driver that, you take the robbers to the bank and then you take them away from the bank, and he is an incredible driver. And so the music helps him. Now let's talk about the cast in this movie. Oh my god. I love movies when they have huge casts, but it also can worry me because, how do you balance screen time in a movie that's less than 2 hours long? And so basically this movie, the main stars of this movie are Ansel Elgort, Lily James, Jamie Foxx. There's this girl who plays a main character in the movie named Darling, but I have no idea how to pronounce her name, and I'm not even going to try because I don't want to mess it up. And in the smallest of chances that the actress ever listens to this, I don't want to take that chance of mispronouncing your name. But it also stars Kevin Spacey, John Hamm, and John Bernthal. This cast was amazing, and it had me worried at first. But this cast, they all just did such a great job, I felt like, playing these characters, especially the dude who played Baby. His name is, Ansel Elgort. I've never heard of the dude before, but now I want to hear about this dude. He was just great as Baby, and I really liked his performance. I think the weakest of links, in my personal opinion, of all those main characters was probably Jamie Foxx. I mean, his character was okay, but he was a little bit over the top at some points. It was just kind of like, move on to another character right now. But I mean, his character was good. He did a good job playing the character. It's just sometimes the writing for the character and the dialogue was just a bit over the top. But other than that, all these characters were great. I really like John Hamm. John Hamm always does a good job. I was literally, when there was a scene with John Hamm, and I was sitting in the theater and I was like, he would have been a good Negan, but I just think Jeffrey Dean Morgan does a great job as Negan. This is why Mad Men was perfect for you. I don't know. Like I said numerous times, everybody in this movie did a great job. Remember that movie that came out a couple years ago with Ryan Gosling called Drive? It was the one that a lot of people were divided on because it wasn't really what it was marketed as. It was basically a drama, I would say. I don't even know if a drama, but it was marketed as like this cool action movie, but it really wasn't. It was only the first 15 minutes. Well, basically take those first 15 minutes, that's all of Baby Driver. It's literally nonstop action, and it was so entertaining. There literally wasn't a scene in this movie where I was bored, and I thought there was gonna be because, there is a love angle in this story, and I was like, it's gonna be cool at first, but then eventually, once she learns about who Baby really is, it's gonna become like, stupid and kind of like, just another classic love story where the girl finds out what the guy really does, but yet she's still in love with the guy. No, not at all. That part was actually the most entertaining, and I won't spoil why, but it was just super entertaining. And literally, this movie was just so good. I will say though, I did have one issue with it. My one issue was that it was 10 minutes too long. I think and I'm not saying it was literally the last 10 minutes that was the long part that they should have cut out. I just feel like there were various points in the movies I was like, we didn't really need that part. Like there's the scene where some characters kill some characters, but yet it turns out a couple of the guys are still alive, and so, you kind of forget about them, and then they literally come back at the end, and this is a minor spoiler, but they literally kill the characters like within 15 seconds, and you're kind of like, so we didn't really need that, 15 seconds, but I get why you put it in there. We just didn't need it. I'd say that was a scene we didn't really need. The ending is a little bit over the top. It's kind of like, okay, it was entertaining. It definitely was entertaining, but it was over the top where it's just like, you could have wrapped that up 5 minutes quicker. I should also add this movie was directed by Edgar Wright. He was the dude that did Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End, which I rewatched those in preparation for this. I'd say if I had to quickly rate those, it'd go Shaun of the Dead is my favorite. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. The World's End and Hot Fuzz. And I think definitely if you've seen all those movies, you can take elements from all those movies, and they're all used in Baby Driver. There's the comedy from Shaun of the Dead, the action from Hot Fuzz, and the serious moments from The World's End. And they were all taken from that, and they were put into this, and it just flowed perfectly. But Okay, the problem I have with Hot Fuzz, though, is that Hot Fuzz I don't really think entertained me as much as the other ones did, but the action in Hot Fuzz is great, and definitely, you can see Edgar Wright is good with action. And he knows what he's doing with action, with the driving sequences. Like, there's one scene at the very beginning. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there, and actually I accidentally stopped playing the thing. But yeah, like I said, there was one scene at the beginning where Baby Driver is on a heist and he's taking his crew away, and he does like these cool like turns around like everything that's in his way blocking him, and Edgar Wright just knew what he was doing when he did those camera shots, and so this leads me to believe there was something else behind his leaving for Ant-Man, because he was originally going to direct Ant-Man, but he left like all of a sudden and no one knew why. And so it just leads me to think, what would Ant-Man have been like if he stayed there and did it? Because like I said, the dude knows what he's doing with action. Overall, I enjoy Baby Driver. I think it's one of my favorite movies so far of 2017. It's definitely one of those movies that I think really no one knew about, and it just came out of nowhere and surprised the crap out of everybody. There have been numerous movies like that in 2017. I definitely think Get Out falls under that category. I don't really know what Get Out was until like 2 weeks before it came out. I hear the new Annabelle's supposed to be pretty good. But yeah, this movie definitely falls under that category, of I'm going to call them like surprise releases, because you never really know what the movie is until like a week before it's getting released, and you see it and you're like, oh my gosh, that was really good. But yeah, if I had to rate Baby Driver anything, I'm going to give Baby Driver a 9 out of 10. There were things I really liked about Baby Driver, and there were things in there where I was like, okay, like, it could have lost 10 minutes. But yeah, go see Baby Driver if you get the chance. I definitely think, the house can wait. That movie really can wait. I still have to see that, though. My mom wants to see it. But yeah, go see Baby Driver. Thank you all so much for listening. If you've liked what you listened to on here and you want to listen to more, go like, comment, and subscribe. That would be really helpful, and I would really appreciate it. The links to all of my social medias are down below in the description. Other than that, this has been A Talk in Depth.